Welcome back to Breslov campus. A little bit about what Rabbi Nachman says, the power of tzaddikim, that wherever they can look becomes the Holy Land. He says that tzaddikim, they have a power, and when they look at a person or they look at a place, they can transform that area, that place, to be of the holiness of the Holy Land. Which is why he says, Rabbi Nachman, it's a big thing to look at a tzaddik and have a tzaddik look at you, because it can transform you to have Holy Land holiness. With this in mind, we can understand, and this is the commentaries in the Talmud, they bring this down, when it says in the end of the Torah, before that Moses passed away, Hashem told Moshe to ascend the mountain that he was to pass away on afterwards, and from there to look upon the whole land of Israel. Hashem told Moshe, I won't let you enter the land of Israel, but I will let you gaze upon the land of Israel. When we read this story, on the simple meaning, it's meant to give like a type of a consolation to Moshe Rabbeinu. You can't enter the land, so at least you can see the land. But they explain on a deeper level in the Gemara, on the commentaries in the Talmud, that this was done intentionally by God. Hashem wanted Moshe's eyes to gaze and look upon every part of the Holy Land, because Moshe's gazing on the Holy Land would actually transform the Holy Land to have the characteristics of the divine providence that it has. To explain this quickly, we know about the Holy Land that it's a land that has divine providence upon it always. Like the verse says about the greatness of the Holy Land, Tamid einei Hashem Elokecha ba mereshit hashana ve'ad acharit shana. That always the eyes of Hashem are on this land, the Holy Land, from the beginning of the year to the end of the year. However, Rav Nosson explains in Likutei Halachot that in order to activate Hashem's eyes, we need what's called an itaruta diltata, an arousal from below to activate it. What is the arousal from below needed to activate the eyes of Hashem? It's when the tzaddikim, who are the receptacle for the eyes of Hashem, like the verse says in Psalms, Einei Hashem el tzaddikim, the eyes of a God are upon the tzaddikim, which Rav Nosson and Rabbi Nachman explain it to mean that Hashem's eyes are to be found in the tzaddikim. So when the tzaddikim fix their eyes on the Holy Land, in this case Moshe Rabbeinu look in the Holy Land, this is what's needed to activate Hashem's eyes of divine providence on the land. So the Gemara commentaries explain that when the Gemara says that the air of the Holy Land brings a person wisdom, it's thanks to Moshe Rabbeinu putting his eyes on the Holy Land that activates this level of wisdom. When we say Avira de Eretz Yisrael Machkim, the air of the Holy Land brings wisdom, this wisdom is not just like a worldly wisdom, but it's the wisdom of the knowledge of awareness that Hashem is watching you constantly. That's a level of wisdom that's needed to grab the divine providence in that. So this is the power of Moshe Rabbeinu looking at the Holy Land, and why it's something so special to be here, and the benefit of being here and gaining the light of the Holy Land from Moshe Rabbeinu's eyes.